bid to address transportation challenges facing commuters across the length and breadth of the country, the Ministry of Transport is about to introduce a transport route license for drivers across the small West African nation. The new system is expected to come into effect around March of this year. Let's have more details of that in this report by Osman Jatta.
Doubling and tripling of transport fares have been the new trend among drivers plying major routes across the country. Daily, commuters face horrible experiences, mainly during rush hours to get to their destinations. Most drivers complain of the hike in fuel prices and traffic congestions. Against this backdrop, most drivers charge their customers a double fares to be able to meet their satisfaction. The new system comes after the drivers demanded for the Ministry of Transport to increase transport tariffs across the country. The Director of Transport at the Ministry of Transport, Yahya Jammeh, says the new route tariff is a condition that should precede the implementation of the transport tariffs.
For the fares, countrywide, to be increased, and then we had our consultation with them, and then agreement has been, reached. But one thing that we made as a condition that should precede the implementation of the new tariff is to introduce what we call the route license. If you want, you call it, route permit. This is a system whereby, the operators will be given a license to ply on a particular route.
To effectively initiate the new system, the ministry is running a pilot phase by working with all the transport stakeholders to enable the smooth implementation of the route permit. The pilot phase targets specific routes in the country. Among the targeted routes is the Brikama-Banjul Highway.
Well, what we are doing is we are piloting. That's why it's not for all the routes that will be affected, but we look at the most critical routes. For example, if you look at the Westfield, Brikama, Westfield Costa Road, Serekunda, and things like that. Those are the critical, routes, that we want to pilot, the program, and then we are hoping that, we will learn a lot, during the piloting process, and then we will try to factor, the lessons, learned. Is a participatory, process, and then we hoping to work closely, with the unions, because they are already part and parcel of it. So we want to make best use of, the union and also the safety garages.
Some transport stakeholders believe this new system is the solution to the challenge facing commuters across the small West African country.
The solution not to drivers, for the Gambian people, as I said, because this is a concern for everybody as Gambian, because we are all seeing the nature of the traffic as of now and the situation of the transport system, especially the Greater Banjul area. So that's why we engage the government so that they can increase the transport fares, so that our driver can gain something at the end of the day. But at the same time, government is here to represent everybody. So that's why they feel we need to have a route licensing. That rules have been captured by the transport policy from 2018 to 2027. If you went to development countries, even Senegal is there. So we need to adopt it and start it as a pilot. You will see and learn, from it.
Considering the inadequate garage coupled with heavy traffic across the country, the million-dollar question is, will this system be effective?
Yeah, I think because we do the survey since last week, and this week we will continue to do the survey. We went to many garages across the country, across the Greater Banjul area. You don't have the standard garage, but we have a pocket garage. Like Westfield, you cannot call a garage, but today you can call a garage because people are picking customers there and going to point A to point B. Tabo Koto, Costa Road, Brikama, Turntable, Serekunda, Banyo. So we are doing survey. We are discussing with the drivers, the general public.
The Transport Ministry says it is going to work with traffic police to make sure violators are given the due punishment. Commuters have been battling with inadequate transportation for many years. Students going to school and office workers spend hours on the highway before boarding a vehicle that will take them to their final destinations. However, some transport experts say the new system will go a long way towards addressing the daily transport challenges of the people. Osman Jata, Eyeafrica News.